Hello everybody and welcome back to Ero PlayStation F3 round 11 around the beautiful Bahrain. Today Gp, the championship leader, tries to defend his lead against a really strong looking Pangri in the P2 in the standings. P3 has Energy Jet at the moment, P4 Goldsig and P5 Mats. So now the first cars are going out. We will see who is the first one. It's a Red Bull. It's a Red Bull of Hungary. So, oh no, we have a Williams. The Williams of Willem is the first one. So we'll follow him. Yeah, today Bahrain, it basically never rains here. So we'll have 90%, 99% chance of a dry race in a dry quali. This makes the strategy always much easier for the drivers, but at the same time Bahrain is common for at least one safety car. So this can either help you with your strategy or completely make you go crazy in that car, and because the strategy won't work because of that one safety car. But now let's follow Willem around the circuit. The long start finish straight. The drivers get over 320 kilometers per hour. Now approaching turn 1, hard braking zone. Here getting on the power early to get a good exit for the first DRS zone here. Now turn 4, really important to get a good exit here. Now through the middle sector, through the S's. Really easy to lose the car because of this curve. When you touch them too much, it can be over. Now to the really difficult left-hander where it's really easy to lock up the left front tire, but he did it really good. DRS opened the second time of the lap. Now coming to the left-hander, and now to the probably the most tricky corner of the circuit, the right-hander. It's really easy to lose the rear here, to get oversteer. He goes wide here, but he didn't invalidate it. So that was this is the final turn. And now this is a lap around Bahrain. Open up the DRS for the last time. As he sets at 26.5. That is really good. So many cars now coming around. As we have the Red Bull of Goldsig on the mediums. What can he do? At 27.4. So much happening. Ivan with his 26.3 is the new pole sitter at the moment. Darren Aston Martin is coming around. Andreas on the mediums at 28.3, but I'm sure he can improve. As Gp now sets his first lap. What can he do? P6 with a 27.2. First one of the medium runners. Even some soft runners are behind him on the grid at the moment. This is a really strong time. Now the second Haas is coming around the final corner, but he invalidated. Is someone trying to improve? Yeah, Willem is. He was 2 tenths up in the middle sector. So what can he do? Going around the final corner again. What is possible for him? Maybe provision a pole. He gets provisional pole by 1.5 tenths with a 26.1. As also the two AlphaTauris were coming around, and now we have a Red Bull, but he goes in the pits. A Ferrari of Ivan. He also goes into the pits. Yeah, probably everyone now is going into the pits. Maybe the Haas. Yeah, the Haas is on a fast lap. What is the other Haas doing? Plus 5 seconds. Let's see the two AlphaTauris. It seems like they're giving each other a tow, but I don't think this helps. I mean, obviously it helps, but they were behind each other for the whole lap. Aston Martin. Yeah, he's on a fast lap. He was 1.5 tenths quicker. Let's see what he can do. Actually, okay, he goes in the pit, so we follow the Aston Martin again. He invalidated his lap, so he also goes in the pits then. What is the Alpine of Banks doing? Plus 2 seconds. So, to sum it up again, Kaipi, the first and best medium runner in P6, but he is now out on softs as well. So we've Willem in P1, P2 is Ivan at the moment, P3 the McLaren of Supermac, P4 Edzak. Edzak is P9 in the standings at the moment. JD Bailey, the AlphaTauri, in P5, and then Kaipi in P6. Kaipi is definitely trying to get pole position on the softs. He won't try to go for a alternate strategy, I guess, because he wants to defend his championship lead against Pangui, the Red Bull, who set a 130.6, so he definitely needs to improve. He's P14 at the moment, but I'm sure he will. As now we have Supermac starting his second flying lap of the day. And he nearly lost it there. Got a huge snap of oversteer. Now approaching turn 4. Going over that curb. And he needs to be really careful with touching the curbs. And he is. Didn't lost the car. Now, turn 11 now. He doesn't lock up. What is crucial for a good qualifying lap. So now, coming on to the last straight basically. And now around the final corner. Let's see what he can do. A 126.3, which puts him P2 at the moment. Now there's a Haas coming around. Oh, he's on outlap. So, but there... Okay, the Ferrari also goes in. Is it Edzak? No, it's not him. But Kaipi comes around the final corner, we follow him. What can he do? He goes P3 right behind Goldsek with a 126.2. As now Andreas comes around, goes P8 right ahead of his teammate Kasper. And Pangri goes P2 for the moment with a 126.8. Really good time, but I'm sure he tries to improve, maybe not on this set of tires, but on a new one. As Supermark is 2.5 tenths up of his second lap, of his first lap, of course, and got the purple mid sector. So what can he do? Maybe 125? Will we see? And he runs out of ERS. This puts him P1 still, 126.124. This is a really strong lap. As now the Haas is coming around. He didn't set a time yet, so let's see what he can do. He goes P12 with 127.2. The Alpine invalidated and goes in the pits. Edsak coming around now, he also goes in the pits. Kaipi also into the pits. Banks now goes 1.2 seconds up. What can he do? He goes P1 with a 125.88. This is an amazing lap. This is really strong. Also goes in the pits. A 125.8 is 0.2 of a second faster than P2 at the moment. But I'll show you. The top 12 are within 1 second, and the top 8 are within 6.5 tenths. But if we don't count Banks, it's 0.5 of a second. So P2 to P8 are within 0.5 of a second. This is really close, and it's looking for a really interesting race. As the AlphaTauri of Energy Jet also goes in the pits now. Kasper is on his out lap. Let's see what he can do. We'll follow him around, but have a look on the Haas. He goes in the pit. So we'll follow him around, as nothing is really happening at the moment. We have the Alpine of Banks coming around, but he will go on the pits, I'm sure. Yeah, he will. So we'll follow Kasper. He's on his fast lap. Now approaching the end of sector 1, going through the S's, as he's nearly 1/10 up to his fastest lap at the moment. Now approaching turn 11, also no lock up. And getting on the power early, open up the DRS. Coming around the long left-hander and the long right-hander now. End of sector 2, what can he do? Can he improve? But he invalidated, he couldn't improve and he invalidated. This is unfortunate, but I'm sure he will try again. I'm really sure he will. But maybe he will also give his teammate some slipstream at the first DRS zone. Oh no, he goes into the pits, so no slipstream for his teammate. As Andreas starts his fast lap now, as he nearly spins, he got a huge snap of oversteer. And JD Bailey retires. In the pits, I hope. Yeah, Andreas doesn't go for this lap, because he got a huge snap of oversteer and lost so much time on the main straight. But now the Alpine of Sam is coming around. Or Sam, I'm not sure. I'll just call him Sam, because it's easier to pronounce. What can he do in the first sector? Looks pretty good for now. But he invalidated. So, now we'll have a look on the cars coming around. Edzak, okay, he's not there yet. Who is the next car coming around? Is it the Ferrari of Ivan? No, he's on outlap as well. Andreas, yeah, he couldn't improve because he got a awesome turn 1. Last turn, basically. Kaipi is coming around. Yeah, let's follow Kaipi then. But he's 1.7 seconds slower. So he also won't improve. What about Edzak then? Maybe he can. Can he get into the top 5 maybe? Or even second row of the grid? Let's see what he can do. He goes P7. So. Espangri goes second fastest with a 126.0. And there's a McLaren coming around. Supermark goes even faster with a 25.99. The second time there's in the 25s today. As there is, who's coming around here? Mercedes of Ivan, he goes P12. Didn't quite make it into the top 10 for now. Yeah, but he won't get another try. So he can try the alternate strategy. As now the Red Bull of Goldsig is starting his final flying lap. And Willem is following him. Now the Ferrari of Ivan is also starting his final flying lap. But he doesn't have enough time. So that's it. JD Bailey coming round. He was faster in sector 2. But he couldn't improve. Kaipi goes P2 with a 25.96. And Aston Martin is coming around, but he went into the pits. Sam is coming around, yes. He goes P6 with a 26.1. A Haas. Mats goes P11. This is a really good position for now, because he's outside the top 10. But the best spot outside the top 10. Sorry. As Pangri also goes into the pits. Kasper coming around the final corner. He was a tiny bit faster than his first lap. He goes P12, right behind Mats. As the second Haas is coming around. He stays P16. Gold signal. What? He's also slower. Ivan goes in the pits. Maybe Supermark. He's also slow. Yeah, that's the qualifying for today. And it got even closer. It got even closer. We have the first 15 into a gap of 1 second. The first 15 are within 1 second. This is probably the closest quality we've ever had. So we've in P1 Bangst in the Alpine, really strong. He set his 25.8 really early in the session, so really good. P2 Kaipi, our championship leader. Supermark, his teammate in P3. P4 Hungary in the Red Bull championship, P2 at the moment, so he'll definitely try to get Kaipi. P5 Willem. P6 Sam, really strong, his first race in Ero. P7 Goldsig, Edzak, Ivan, Energy Jet, Mats, Kasper, JD Bailey, Andreas, another Ivan, Cycle and Zeptek. As the drivers selecting their tire strategies around Bahrain, we'll talk about this. So it's possible that you go with a soft medium, because the top 10 all start on the mediums. It's also possible to do a soft medium or soft medium soft. And if you're really good with tire management and maybe have a bit of luck, it's also possible to do a soft medium. Outside the top 10, when you start on the mediums or on the hards, it's possible to go medium soft, hard soft. But it's also depending on the safety car, obviously. So, tires. With your top 10 starting on the softs, obviously. P11 and P12 going for the mediums. And then we have 3 soft runners again. JD Bailey, Andreas and Ivan Belov from P13 to P15. All starting on the softs. They will be trying to overtake Mats and Kasper on the mediums as fast as possible to not get hauled up by them. P16 Cycle again on the mediums, and P17 Septek on the softs. As Andreas got disqualified and got resetted to the grid. Yeah. Let's see, hopefully it's not that much carnage into turn 1, because turn 1 is really tight and everyone wants to get through it as soon as possible and as fast as possible, but of course with as much positions gained as possible. Yeah, let's see what the 2 McLaren in P2 and 3 can do, but also maybe Pangri gets a really good start and he can overtake one of the McLarens, or maybe 2. As Bangst wants to try to defend his lead into turn 1, what is not that easy, cause he's on the left side of the grid. So Kaipi is on the right side in P2, so if he gets a good start, it's easy for him to get a little dive bomb maybe into turn 1. But let's see. Goldsig is actually in P7, but it's last one at the moment. But he'll go to P7. Yeah, possible tire strategies. I talked about that one a bit earlier. So all drivers are on their position they have to be now. So let's see who gets the best start. 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3, 4, 5. And they're out and away we go as Hungary gets a really good start, it seems like. Banks as well. He leads into turn 1 as the McLaren battle and have a little touch there nearly. So a half spun and the Mercedes. Edzak and Mats. As Banks is nearly a second ahead of Supermark now. As Sam gets his first warning, but I'm sure this was just battling. As we have a look as he goes wide again. The Red Bull is really close behind him, and in front of him another Red Bull. As the Ferrari spun, the Red Bull spun. But it seemed like everyone could avoid him. Yeah, no further collisions there. As Supermark could close the gap a bit to Banks. But just to mention that, Supermark overtook KP at the start. Willem overtook Pangri. Pangri lost one position. Sam stayed where he was. Ivan gained 2 positions. But now we'll have a look onto the battle of the 2 Aston Martins here. An energy jet, but no move here. Edsa goes for a little dive, but he backs out again. Maybe on this straight now, as there was a Aston Martin spun. But we need to follow this battle first. Nothing happened here. It's the McLaren of Casper. I guess they were side by side with he was side by side with his teammate and spun. This is really unfortunate, but it's a long race. As Ivan is still pretty close to Sam, but Sam as well, and Sam spins, but he managed to not crash. But Sam needs to be really careful now with his tires, because they will be really hot and melting away. As we have a look onto the battle for P4, as he spun again, Sam spun again. As I said, he needs to be really careful with his tires. Yeah, spun again. Hopefully he can recover now and it doesn't spin again. Everyone approaching turn 1, but no one goes for a move for now. Maybe Septek again? No. But we'll follow them. Now he's really... Oh, and this will look super real. This was really weird what the Haas was doing there. He was super slow and Septek wanted to overtake him on the inside. Around the outside. But the Haas made a sudden move. And Septek tried to avoid him, but spun himself out with this move. Supermark is super close. Okay, this yeah, Supermark is super close. 2 Banks again with DRS. It should be easy to overtake him on the start-finish straight. Let's see what is about to happen here. Banks has 60% ERS and Supermark only 44. But he has DRS obviously. And maybe